Imagine this. You're part of a close-knit community, a family of believers who share everything: joy, pain, and even their possessions. It's a time of miracles, unity, and faith. But then, something happens, something so shocking, it sends ripples through the entire community. This is the story of Ananias and Sapphira, a story of deception, consequences, and a powerful lesson about honesty. In the early days of the Christian church, believers were united in heart and mind. They shared everything they had. No one claimed their possessions were their own. Instead, they sold their lands and houses, bringing the money to the apostles to distribute to those in need. It was a time of incredible generosity and faith. Take Barnabas, for example. He sold a field he owned and brought the money to the apostles. His act of generosity was celebrated, but not everyone had the same intentions. Enter Ananias and Sapphira, a married couple in the community. They too sold a piece of property. But here's where things take a dark turn. Instead of bringing all the money to the apostles, they decided to keep part of it for themselves. Now, there's nothing wrong with keeping some of the money, it was theirs to begin with. But they wanted to appear as generous as Barnabas. So, they hatched a plan. They would lie about how much they had received from the sale. Little did they know their deception would have deadly consequences. Ananias went to the apostles and presented the money, claiming it was the full amount from the sale. But Peter, filled with the Holy Spirit, saw right through the lie. Ananias, why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and keep back part of the proceeds of the land? While it remained unsold, did it not remain your own? And after it was sold, was it not at your disposal? Why is it that you have contrived this deed in your heart? You have not lied to men but to God. At that moment, Ananias fell to the ground, dead. The young men in the room wrapped his body, carried him out, and buried him. 3 hours later, Sapphira arrived, unaware of her husband's fate. Peter asked her, "Tell me, is this the amount you and Ananias got for the land?" She replied, "Yes, that's the amount. How is it that you have agreed together to test the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of those who have buried your husband are at the door, and they will carry you out." Immediately, Sapphira fell down and died. The young men came in, carried her out, and buried her beside her husband. Great fear seized the entire church and all who heard about these events. The message was clear. God cannot be mocked. He sees the heart, and He demands honesty and integrity. But why such a severe punishment? Was it just about the money, or was it something deeper? The issue wasn't the money, it was the lie. Ananias and Sapphira wanted the praise of men without the sacrifice. They wanted to appear righteous while holding back. But God values truth above all else. He sees the heart, and He knows when we're pretending. This story isn't just about two people who lied. It's a warning to all of us. Are we honest in our faith? Do we give to God with pure hearts, or are we seeking the approval of others? Today, the story of Ananias and Sapphira challenges us to examine our own hearts. Are we living authentically? Are we giving to God with sincerity, or are we holding back? God doesn't demand perfection, but He does demand honesty. The good news is, God is merciful. When we come to Him with open hearts, He forgives and restores us. But let this story be a reminder. God sees everything, and He values truth above all else. So, what about you? Are you living a life of honesty and integrity? Let the story of Ananias and Sapphira inspire you to be real with God and with others. Because in the end, it's not about how much we give, it's about the heart behind it. Thanks for watching. If this story impacted you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, stay honest, stay faithful, and keep seeking the truth.